Hello and welcome back to Pete's Plastic Playground for a bumper summer special edition. Yes, it's holiday time, and so yes, holidays are going to be the theme of this edition today, and hopefully will resonate with a number of you. Although expect for those of you that are going on an aeroplane for their summer holidays, it might not work so well. But anyway, I'll come to that in a minute. I'm just going to give you a quick update on HMS Illustrious. I keep trying to say Invincible, but it's not, it's Illustrious. So still lots to do, still lots of fixtures and fittings to go on. But I've done things like paint the Admiral's barge, and that's my interpretation of the colours and so on. So I've done that, and then there's another sea boat up there as well. So I haven't done the davits or anything yet. Still a fair bit to do, and I've taken a couple of days leave for when I come back from holiday to hopefully try and finish this project off, and then it's going to be a question of finding a Perspex display case for it. So yeah, so HMS Illustrious is coming on well. It's been out here for weeks, and I've been doing little bits here and there now and again. Looking forward to doing the decals on the flight deck, but before I do that, I'm gonna have to give it a good old dust, because you know it's like dust gathers everywhere, doesn't it? All the screws and the shafts are all done underneath, and the rudders and the stabilizers and so on are all done. So it's really superstructure fixtures and fittings, and life rafts and stuff around the edges, and then, as I say, moving on to the decals, and of course the aircraft. I think it's 6 Harriers and 2 Sea Kings and 2 Merlins. No, actually 4 Sea Kings and 2 Merlins to put on there. So looking forward to that bit particularly. And so anyway, that's a job for after holiday. But anyway, we're going away on holiday, and where we're going is just a journey in the car, so I can pack what I like, and I'm going to be somewhere that is private to us, and so we can do what we want in there. There's a dining table, and in the event of bad weather, I sometimes take the opportunity to build something. So last year, and I'm going to ask Joe to look up in a minute, it was last year when we were away on holiday, I built the Lightning while I was down there, and that went pretty well, except I naffed up the decals on the engine intakes. But that was an Airfix starter kit, the F-35 Lightning. So what I thought I'd do is just pluck 3 kits out of the stash to give you an idea of what I may take with me to build. And so by necessity, they are all starter kits, because they tend to be a bit simpler, and they tend to have the paints and a couple of brushes with them. But I will also take some building kit with me in my trusty Marks and Spencer's empty biscuit tin. I think this had some, yeah, it did. It had some shortbread in it originally, but I've kept the tin because it's got a picture of a Spitfire flying over the Needles, and we won't be a million miles away from this place when we're on holiday, so it's a good little tin for taking the stuff in. But first, to turn to the kits that I'm going to take, starter kits, and the first one I plucked out the stash that is potentially going to come with me, and do you know what, I might even take all 3 so I can make the decision when I'm down there. But about 4 years ago, Airfix re-released some of the larger jets in a starter kit. There's an F-15 up there that I think I've shown you before that I built from a starter kit quite recently. That came out well. I've in the stash, in the same starter kit range, I've got an F-16 and an F-18, but I really like F-18s, so I've decided to take the F-18 with me as an option to build while I'm on holiday. Okay, so that's number 1. I'm going to put that there for now. Option number 2 is a kit that I've had in the stash for some time, and it's a classic conflict set featuring a a Tiger Mark 1 and a Sherman Firefly 5C. Now, both of these kits I built before. Both of them go together really, really well. And again, because they're gift sets or whatever, the paints needed are inside here. So I haven't got to worry about taking paints. And yeah, I know it's only the little Humbrol plastic pots, but with a, you know, careful watering down, they go on well. So there we are. So classic conflict, quite a quick build. So I remember when was it? Last autumn, maybe. It was certainly during the football season. I built a Sherman without painting it during the second half of Newcastle United versus West Ham United. And so 45 minutes got the kit built to a good standard, actually. I did a nice job of it, but I didn't paint it. It's painted now because one of the good things about the kit is that you can make a decent fist of it after you've built it. So there's option 2 is the classic conflict of the two tanks, the Tiger and the Sherman. And I'm sure people will rightly say that in real life this would have been no contest, but you know what, you could even rig up a little Kelly's Heroes moment, couldn't you? I know that the tanks in that film weren't genuine Tigers, but there we are. That's a possibility. Right, and so the last one that I'm considering taking is a dogfight double. Okay, and it's quite a rare dogfight double, actually. And this is one that was something I got from a friend of mine called Nick. And again, all the paints we need, and it's the wonderful Typhoon. That has always been a favourite. I think I've made about 5 of the 172 Typhoons so far. In fact, I've made this variant before. And then the FW190 I made as part of the dogfight double, and I enjoyed building that as well, so I wouldn't mind having another crack at that. So my third option is 172 FW190 and a Hawker Typhoon. And this, I think, at the moment is at the top of my preferences. So I don't know what your opinion is, but or what you would choose to do, but these three, as I said, they might even come with me. They might all go, they all might wind up in the boot of the car. So there we are. I'll put those there for now. So what to take on holiday? As I say, it's no good if you're going on an aeroplane abroad, because it's not practical to put all this stuff in your suitcase, and it's probably going to be too hot to sit in a hotel building model kits anyway. But where I'm going to be on a rainy summer's day, it's you know, or when there's in the evening in this place that we stay in, there's a nice big dining table, and I can sit quite comfortably there, watch telly, do some modelling, be among my family, and everybody's happy. So the first thing I'm going to put in that won't take up much room is this cutting mat, which is in pretty good condition, actually. So this will come with me just to protect the dining table. And then, as I said, my trusty biscuit tin with the Spitfire on it, I shall fill it up with a few bits and pieces. So first of all, 2 separate lots of glue. I take AK Super Thin, and I'll take Revel Contactor. So I'll put those in. Next thing I'm going to take, because I can't contemplate doing decals without, is Microset and Microsol, so they're going in. Then, just in case I need it, you always need a bit of masking tape, so that can go in as well. Snips for the sprues can go in the bottom there. 2 sharp knives can go in. They should have covers on the blades really, but I'll sort that out before we go. So they're going in. 2 different pairs of tweezers, thin pointy ones and angled ones. I haven't got room for the reverse action ones to go in because, or have I? Yeah, I'm going to put some reverse action ones in as well because they're always handy and they will fit in. I'm going to take 2 sanding pads, fairly fine, fairly coarse that side, and then this one is quite good for nooks and crannies, so those 2 can go in there. And then a few extra brushes of varying sizes, because each of those dogfight doubles or starter kits or gift sets, I should say, has got 2 of the fairly decent Humbrol brushes in. So I'm going to take a few spare ones just in case. And then, as I said earlier, for mixing the paints, I'm just going to take a couple of mixing pots too. So they go in there. And then with my poor old eyes, the most important thing is the goggles. So in they go, and I'm probably going to have to faff around and get them to fit in, but I'll manage it somehow. I'm determined that they will fit in there. They've gone in before. I'm probably going to have to rearrange it. In fact, I'm going to do it now while you're watching, just to prove that I am going to take them. So I'm going to take all of that stuff out, put them in the bottom, put that there, put all that stuff back in on top, because I want to show you the lid closed. So there we are, that's all gone in there nicely. Okay. Oh, sorry, last few things. Couple of cocktail sticks and some what are they called, Q-tips. So they're always handy. So they're going in there. And final thing, lid goes on the wonderful box. So that's ready to go. Okay, so that's not going to take up a lot of room in the car. Oh, the other thing I'm going to take, I don't know if I've ever shown you this before, but this is a real nice work light. It's got a little touch sensitive button there, so it's gone into a nice clear white light there, and then next touch goes into a softer light, and then touch again and it goes into quite a bright white light there. And this works on a battery and it will stay on for about 3 hours, or you can plug it into a USB-C there. It's gone a bit brighter, and that will stay on all the time it's plugged in. So I'm going to bring this with me, and if necessary I can charge it up in my phone charger. And the other good thing about it is it folds down to next to nothing, so easy to pack away and take with me into the car. So that's me sorted. Okay, I shall be having a lovely time on holiday. I shall eat ice cream, I shall swim, I shall walk, and I shall enjoy the sun, and we'll have a lovely family holiday. But I'm just going prepared in case I get a bit of time to engage in our favourite hobby of plastic kit building. So just remains for me to say thank you very much for all of the views, responses, likes and comments on the last video, and thank you all very much for being there. And I think I've replied to everybody, except one today, and I can't remember the name of the chap who made a very nice comment and said that my videos always make him feel very calm. So if you're still awake at the end of this, thank you very much for that kind comment. I should look that up actually, because I'd like to say your name. There are a couple of little shout outs from recent comments that have popped up. James Foster, 3 days ago, he said, when is your next video coming out? I can tell you quite categorically it's now, this minute. Okay, next video now. And then it was at BA Ward or Baywood, I don't know how that's meant to be, BA Ward maybe, said that my videos always make him feel relaxed. So that's good news. That's good news, because there's too much stress in the world. That's it for now. And what we will do is, when I'm on holiday, when I'm building, we'll make another video when we're away, so that you can see which one actually gets to be built while I'm away, and you can see how it's going. So from Joe and I in Pete's Plastic Playground, we're sending our best wishes to you, and thanks very much for watching. Happy modelling everybody. Take care. Bye for now.